Fentanyl is killing nearly 70,000 Americans each year. Most of that fentanyl is being mass-produced in Mexico from Chinese ingredients. Oftentimes, it's done with the help of Chinese companies, too. And of course, most of that fentanyl is flowing across our southern border. The Biden administration doesn't care to do anything about it. But thankfully, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin does. He signed 8 bills today to combat the fentanyl crisis. Governor Youngkin joins us now to share. Welcome, Governor.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for covering this tonight. We have a true epidemic on our hands across the nation. Every state is a border state. We're dealing with the death of our citizens poisoned by fentanyl, and as you said, fentanyl that comes from China through Mexico, and it's killing our kids, our parents, our sisters, and our brothers. And if President Biden's not going to do anything about it, we as governors have to, and that's what we're doing today.
And you've done that. You know, I was so pleased to see you designated this as a weapon of terrorism, because that's exactly what it is. And you noted today that 42 pounds of fentanyl have been seized. That's enough to kill every resident of the state of Virginia. Do you think these measures you're taking will help to stymie that?
Well, we have got to do something, because we have seen fentanyl overdoses increase 20 times in 10 years. Five Virginians die every single day. And when we're starting to reach these kinds of overdose rates, it is truly an epidemic. And so, yes, we went to work today. We passed legislation through our General Assembly. I didn't get everything I want. What I really wanted was to be able to charge dealers who deal fentanyl and there's a death. I wanted to be able to charge them with a felony homicide. The Senate Democrats wouldn't give that to me. I'm going to go back and get that next year. But we were able to categorize dealing and distributing fentanyl as a terrorist act. And that opens up an enormous number of law enforcement avenues for us in order to prosecute and in order to bring the full weight of the law down on this horrific industry. I am so tired of hugging mothers and fathers, grandparents, aunts and uncles with the death of their children. Just recently, we had 5 kids in a school in Alexandria overdose in a bathroom during school. 4 of them were revived with Narcan. 1 of them passed away. This is happening all too frequently, not just in Virginia, but across the country. And we're going to go to work to try to end this now. But Joe Biden and the White House must go to work. They need to secure this border, and they need to stop the flow of people and illicit, illegal drugs and keep Americans safe.
They do. You know, I'm so glad you're doing this. I spoke with, when I was down in Texas, a young girl cried to me and told me that she lost several of her classmates to fentanyl. You know, you think about that at the southern border, but to your point, every state's a border state. You know, Governor Youngkin, I wanted to have you on also because you've shown really the model of how to win a purple state or a blue state, maybe even, with education. I was stunned at the Washington Post poll that had McAuliffe beating you by 33 points on the issue of education. You flipped that around to beating him by 9 points, an issue Republicans don't often win on. That's a 42-point swing. How did you do that?
Well, Republicans historically have shied away from engaging on education, and that's just wrong. We, in fact, have policies and common sense approaches to delivering a far better educational experience for kids across America, but particularly in Virginia. I mean, first of all, it starts by empowering parents. There's nobody who should be at the head of the table in a children's life other than their mother or their father. And this, of course, is a table that should have teachers and trusted counselors, but this is all about parents. Second of all, we have to run to excellence. We got to run to it. And the bottom line is that we, in fact, are seeing the standards of excellence eroded across Virginia. We put a stop to it. There's no way that equity should be replacing excellence in our schools. And finally, we're providing different avenues for choice. We have lab schools in Virginia. They're our former charter school. We've enhanced our tax scholarships for people to choose to go to private schools. It's critically important for us to continue to provide comprehensive leadership on education. It's a winning platform for Republicans. We won in Virginia. We're going to win again in our midterms this year that are happening this November. Our whole House, our whole Senate is up, and we're going to win on education again.
Great to hear. Final question for you, and I only have a moment. I was in Chicago at an event over the weekend. I had a very upset man come up to me and say, Governor Youngkin is not running for president. Fenton, I read your statement today that you made on this. I haven't written a book and I'm not in Iowa. I'm spending time representing Virginia this year. I noticed the nuance of this year. That still leaves some room. Any thoughts you want to share with us on the 2024 front?
Well, I'm terribly humbled by this topic. You know, 40 years ago, I was washing dishes and taking out trash in a diner in Virginia Beach, and to have my name tossed around is extraordinarily humbling. The reality is I'm encouraged by the fact that the nation is watching Virginia, and they recognize that we can turn a blue state red. We can bring common sense back in the building and make huge progress. Virginia has turned around. We are thriving in Virginia. I've got big work this year. My House is up. My Senate is up. It's our midterms. I am focused. We're going to demonstrate that conservative, common sense policies can win, and that's what we're going to do this year.
Well, Governor Youngkin, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.